We have to go dumpster diving for a case that they refused. So the broker can have the code on it to see which one it is. And hopefully it's still here. Yes, it is.
Oh, it even still has the yogurt in it.
Let's go take it over there.
Today is, today Tuesday or no, Wednesday?
What is it?
Is it Wednesday? I gotta check my calendar. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Thus far, there's been no work for me to take because the rates are very, very bad. Isn't that right, Martin?
Yeah, they've got to the point where these brokers want to pay $1 a mile almost.
Yeah.
So I think this is what they all need.
So I guess at this point, because of payroll cutoff, I am assuming that I'm staying home for the rest of the week, and we are going to go pull a motor.
Yes.
So yeah, rates no bueno, and there's not a lot of freight coming out of here. So yeah, guess I ain't working this week. It's all right. There's always next week, right? Till there's not.
Put it back in the trash and take a picture of it in there and resend to us, please.
Are they serious?
Do you want me to rub my
Is that
belly
like-
and tap my head while you're
Is
at
that?
it?
Let me see the text. Is that like legit?
Yes.
Hang on. Focus. Focus.
I mean,
These brokers, man.
I am waiting for my wife who makes me wait. Because she's a wife who makes people wait. Most women make guys wait. I'm going to play musical trucks today and bring basket case, aka Alice's high maintenance rig home so I can perform a project on it. Maybe you guys will get to see. So maybe if you're good. Intimidating. Cuteness.
I thought you were gonna say intimidating again.
That too, actually very more than that. So this is what we're going to be working on here today, or attempting to anyway. Put these scores on this truck. I think it's going to transform the look from these Amazon fenders that have lasted quite some time. They've actually been doing pretty good on here. So they're just kind of flimsy and don't look as good as the Hoagies. So you could probably use some polishing though, but they'll look all right.
I am going to be polishing these tanks today. You know, because Blue Beacon had to put acid wash on them, even though I said no acid. Thanks, guys. I guess I'll polish these too, because they're looking a little less than ideal. I still like them though. I mean, I guess I could just acid wash them and then they'll match my tank. Maybe.
I'll buy brand new ones for me.
Oh, no. I'm taking that motor then.
Check yourself out. Go put it in. Ooh.
What did you do?
You had a rust in there. How was that? I thought you were making me eat mushrooms.
That's your new microphone because nobody can hear you. Allegedly.
This one's had thread all over it.
Oh. Oh. Do you have any bolt set size in your
I
theater
wasn't going
kit?
to reuse this. I probably have some laying around somewhere here.
That's crazy. It like ate them.
Yeah, I wasn't going to reuse that. I was just trying to get it out.
So while Martin works on rethreading the mounts, or
Those are the wrong size.
oh, the ones you're using were too big or too small?
Too big.
All right, while Martin is working on the mounts, I am going to glove up and start making some progress. I'm not going to start making a sandwich. I'm going to start making some progress on undoing the damage that Blue Beacon did to my truck.
Sandwiches.
I'm going to polish, which I absolutely hate doing. I know. It seems like I love it or something because I'm always doing it, but really, I hate polishing with a passion. It is the worst. All right, I am using Summer Shine Supply metal polish, and I'm also using their wool buffer pad made for like a little orbital. I find that this is a lot easier to use. Excuse you over there banging away. It's a lot easier to use because it's more manageable than the big unit with the polish compound. So it works all right. I think the stuff that Martin got for his hand polish on Fancy was maybe a little bit better, but Fancy's not here right now, so we're using these products. I'm going to take care of the tank and then we'll hit the fenders also.
Oh, come on. Working on the harder side first. This I got all them air lines on this side. Ah, why would you fall there?
Why wouldn't it?
Oh my goodness. So I don't think the bolts are going to be long enough. We might have to buy 6 new bolts for it. Go see these. There's a spacer over here. That's like 1.5 inches. And this one, this bolt was barely long enough for what I was doing. So this is like a 3-inch, this is like a 2.5 inch. Or this is a 3 and this is a 3.5, I don't know. But we probably need like some 4.5 inch bolts. But that's all right. I'm gonna cut this and we're gonna mock it up and see how it looks. Ooh, it popped off. Did you hear it?
I did.
That's what you want it to do. We'll have to do the same thing over here. Look at that go. It's just kind of like a double bolt nut. So we're gonna have to cut one in the back, but so right now we can mock it up real quick and see where we want to put it. See what it'll look like. So let's get a piece of wood under here. Oh damn, that's gonna look really good.
That looks so sick.
cut this rivet off right here, and then we'll get our support for the back on. And I flipped the bracket around backwards now with their new $50 bolts, because that bracket needed to go back, because if it just would look stupid. So I flipped it around. We had to cut the old ones just because they were stainless and they were seized in there for life. We'll have to do the same thing on the other one, but for now we're working on one thing at a time. Yeah, so I need to cut that one. Okay. Yeah, about right there. Hot potato.
Unless we could space it out.
You don't wanna. But maybe. Let me put something on it. I probably will space it out. Can't go like that. Somebody unlock the Mazda.
Well, that's quite the spacer.
Oh, it worked just fine. It might want to twist, so be careful.
I see that it's already trying to want to twist.
Almost. Then once we get the fender on it, I'll go underneath there and tighten it again so it doesn't move, you know. But that's perfect. All right, now let's put this sucker on. So that's our rear bracket. It's bolted to the frame. It's not fully tight, but it will be once we get the fender on it. And then this is our front hanger. Those empty holes, that's where the bracket, the fender is going to bolt to in the front. So now all we got to do is put it on. So I'm going to get underneath here, and you, my wife bunkle, you will tighten this, and then you will go and tighten the bottom. Will you be able to do that?
I'll try.
At least tighten this top one that's on, because I got to get underneath it and hold the nut. Okay, give it a couple. Stop. Almost there. Give it. Stop. Bitch to get in here with these airlines. Okay. Okay. One more. I said that's good. Not bad. I guess it's kind of how it's going to sit. About right there. So we have installed our fenders, and I'm severely pleased with them and how they turned out. There's a rear bracket. Not a bad deal for $250, if I do say so myself. Had to do a little bit of modification in the back. Well, just re-drill the holes, because obviously their truck was different. And we wanted these to sit a little lower in the back. The way they had them is they kind of had them up in the back. And we wanted to sit kind of sit level and flush. So that's what the look we went for. And you can see they're pretty level and flush. But I love it. It came out real good. Came out real nice. There's my wife. That was the score of the century. So yeah, good deal on there. Nice and sturdy. They ain't going nowhere. And the trailer will still clear. Kind of a pain to do the fifth wheel pull. But we have an automatic one. And even if you don't, you can still kind of get in there with the puller. But the truck looks large now. And in charge. Specialty tools. We're doing Kenworth things. What does this airbag look like? Oh, not in the best of freaking shape. Easy to change though. I had to take the airbag out, or we're gonna take that stupid cab shock off. But that bolt in there is a pain in the ass. So my impact died, and both my batteries are dead, so they're getting charged. Gotta replace that. That shock is shot. Maybe that's why this truck rides like absolute crap. Look how dirty that damn thing is. It shouldn't be that dirty after 7,000 miles. Yep, we got an asphaltene problem.
For those of you that don't know, asphaltenes occur when fuel is heated up over 200 degrees in today's high pressure engines. A byproduct of that heating is the formation of a tar-like substance that gets caught in the fuel tank and ultimately ends up in the filter.
See how the little black specks in there? Yeah, that's a problem. That filter is full of that shit. So now that I got all the fuel out of it, you can see all the black crap that's in there. All those little specks. That's asphaltene. So what happens is when fuel gets to a certain temperature, like 200 degrees, especially in the summertime, and these ISXs do that, and not only ISXs, any electronic engine that returns a lot of fuel at a high rate, it turns the fuel into like this asphalt-like substance almost, and it creates like this deposit. I don't know the whole scientific thing behind it, but all that black stuff, all these little specks, is all on the bottom of our fuel tanks right now. There's not a lot of it, but there's enough of it to plug up this fuel filter. And don't mind the Baldwin, that's all I can get here. But after about 7,000 miles, in the summertime, it should still fairly look like that. Maybe not that clean, but not that dirty. So yeah, we definitely got to treat that, because that's a problem. It's just going to keep doing it, and fuel mileage is going to suffer too. So these are my cab bump stops, or what's left of them. So in order to get to these, the bottom one's not too bad. That upper bolt's kind of a pain, and you got to pop the airbag out of its mounting hole. Luckily you can raise the cab up, pop the leveling valve off, pop the cab up, put some wooden blocks underneath it, and you can pop this airbag out, because I couldn't disconnect this fitting and I didn't want to cut my line. So you can pop this when there's no air in the bag. Obviously when it's all fully extended and the cab's all the way up, you can pop this bag out, because it just comes out. You can kind of lay it to the side and then you can get that bolt out. This side was a little bit easier because the top bolt wasn't seized. And yeah, if you want to do cab shocks on a Kenworth, don't. That's my advice to you. Don't. Kind of a pain Peterbilt's a lot easier, way easier, because they're right in the back, and this is not in the back. But yeah, these are destroyed. So one of these shocks is okay. This one wasn't bad. The other one is blown. Is it as bad as Alice's was? No, but I think the cab's much better now. Hopefully it won't bottom out anymore. I don't know. I don't really think it was bottoming out, but it was really rough. You can still see if anybody's in there banging though. Oh, I'm done for today. We greased it, we changed the fuel filter, a couple other odds and ends. These shocks took forever, and the other side took forever, only because the bolt was seized and it was a pain in the ass. So now I get to put stuff away. It's been a while since we've filmed the scene you just seen, but I've been using this to treat my asphaltenes, the fuel ox, and it's done a real good job. As you can see, that is all I've used out of it, and 1 ounce treats 80 gallons, and it's got this neat little squeezer thing here so you can measure accordingly, because you want to measure it accordingly. You don't want to overdo it with the asphaltene treatment. It's worked great. As you saw, the fuel filter is staying fairly clean. Now that fuel filter, yeah, it's not the cleanest, but one trip, it's got about 6,000 miles on it. One trip, that thing would be filthy. It would just be black from the asphaltene. So it's definitely done its job. There's no more crap on the bottom of my fuel tanks, and I'm fairly impressed with it. But I liked it so much that I reached out to them, and they're going to give us a discount code for you guys if you want to give it a shot. I definitely recommend it. If you have asphaltene problems, dirty fuel, any of that stuff, and you want some treatment, that stuff is definitely good stuff. I really liked it. It cleaned it up real quick. I mean, it was about 3 tanks and it was gone, maybe less, maybe 2 fill-ups and it was totally gone. So yeah, and it's fairly inexpensive, so give it a shot.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex zone.
Hey Martin, where'd your light quit working? I don't know. Why don't you ask China?